All right. Hello. Yesterday, yeah. We weren't here yesterday because the sickness got worse. I thought it was getting better, but it in fact got worse. We're feeling all right today. So, we'll see how long we go. We'll see how long our voice holds out. I'm sure it should be okay, but just we'll just do our best. Okay. Capture. Hello. I know, I look radiant, right? Start the timer. Cool. Let's go. So we've delivered, from what I remember, from like 2 days ago. Done. We did a double delivery of long logs. Successful, surprisingly. Made myself some hot chocolate milk. Yum. I'll go down a treat. Now we just have to do medium logs, I believe. So these are, I mean, we'll just leave them here for now, but they just need to literally drive to the trailer store and sell their trailers. We've got this stupid stick drift again. Alright. Need to. This is fun. We have to do this for a minute. There must be some real dust or dirt. It's like... This has happened like... I don't know. It's the third time in like 2 weeks. And I just supposed to do it for like 60 seconds, but I can't keep my hand on top of the thing for that long, so I have to keep like redoing it. Then we'll do it just harder for another 30. And this has fixed it every other time, so we're learning. I really should check this before the stream from now on too. Hopefully this should fix it. You got your Twitch fixed. Nice. You might not have heard me because you might not have heard me last time saying this, but every time that happens to me, it's because Twitch wants to run an ad, but for some reason, I don't know if the ad blocker doesn't work on Twitch, but like whenever it needs to run an ad but it can't, it just keeps sending up that error for me. So like it's possible that that's what's doing it to you. You just need to close the tab and like reopen Twitch on a new tab and it'll run the pre-roll. And it was the Ethernet cable giving out. That also will do it. That will also do it. Okay, let's see. All right, no drift. Perfect. I mean, I think I did say something like it could just be an old Ethernet cable. I'm not going to claim that I called that, but yeah. That does make sense. It also explains why your wireless is faster than your Ethernet cable plugged in. So that'll do it. That'll do it. Alright, so. We did the double load of long logs. Now we just need to do medium logs, which we already have a truck set up for. And I think... we already have the trailer. We just got to literally drive it. It's an old Ethernet cable. Lucky I have a spare one. I feel like, yeah. I mean, I feel like most people would have a lot of spare cables around. I probably have like at least 3 or 4 spare Ethernet cables, but I don't know if they're like the new cat, whatever we're supposed to have now. So I do have spare cables, but I don't know whether that'd be good enough or not. So I reckon it's not really going to be a fast way to get here. Even without cargo, right? I mean, that might be quicker, but I really don't think it'd be quicker than just going over the road. It's my PC that uses the Ethernet cable, as it does not have a wireless. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, but that would explain... well, maybe your Xbox Ethernet cable was, like, cooked too. Alright, so we're just going out and we're going left. Hang on. We never actually changed trucks. Good. Great. And back out. Got a pop-up banner ad. Yeah, right. Actually, I get some of those sometimes too. But, yeah, that's not on my end. That's not... My hands are firmly on the controller. That's not me. That's just Twitch. Yeah, sometimes I get them on, like... Usually when I'm watching, like, Shroud or someone, so one of the bigger streamers that normally happens. So I don't know why it's happening for me. They are very rare. I reckon they're probably just... They're just, like, randomly testing them on users and different streams, right? Like... It's not like they're part of their normal ad rollout shenanigans. They're probably just... You're probably just, like, a test case, maybe. Is there a trailer store closer to this? There really isn't, is there? Okay. I'm gonna have to drag this shit all the way around. And we are not particularly high on petrol here. But we can make an assessment closer to the trailer. Although that trailer has like 3,000 litres on it, so it's not like we're ever going to use that much. We may as well just use it. I don't know why I'm using auto in this truck. Got the off-road gearbox. We should always be in high, really. I think the mission, the only thing left on Mountain River after this is like the big rig. Means considering it's there with the log trailer on it, we're gonna have to drive that back manually, which kind of sucks. But Xbox Core sub has expired, so multiplayer mode is out for me until I can renew it. Yeah, that sucks. That's probably the worst. Yeah. I don't know if I don't think there ever was a time where you could do... Maybe like early PlayStation 2, you could do online without the subscription, but it really sucks that all console multiplayer requires the PS Plus or Xbox Online or Switch Online. I feel like, yeah, obviously much more people would use it, but like, I guess you've got to justify keeping the infrastructure up somehow. Like, I wonder how much more popular Mario Kart Online would be if it was just free. There was with PS3 and Xbox 360, but after that you had to pay for it. Yeah, okay. The PS3. Because I think the PS3 had PlayStation Plus, but it wasn't the multiplayer, just because it had like the free games and shit, I think. I remember there being PS Plus on PlayStation 3 because I was a poor uni student and I couldn't afford it. I remember being real jealous about it. Because, like, you got free games with it. Yeah. I've never had an Xbox. Which I know seems very strange, but, like, it's just never... It's never been in the stars for me. I've always been, like, a PlayStation person. Yeah, I'm a PlayStation. Well, I mean, originally I was a Nintendo person because, I mean, forever, for as long as I can remember, we've had a PC. And then in high school, I became friends with a guy who had a Nintendo 64. And so I was like only a Nintendo guy for a very, very long time. And then my first console was a PlayStation 3, but like a PS3 Pro. So I got a PlayStation very, very late in the PlayStation 3 sort of cycle. I had a PSP too. So I had a PS3 and a PSP. Had one ever since. I like the PSP. I kind of just wish, like, I think it was a really good piece of hardware. It just, the games on it were okay, you know? Like, I kind of wish they had to develop better games for it. Kind of sucked there. And I think the reason the games were so difficult, my guess, you know, this is my educated guess, is for the same reason that the Nintendo 64 was so hard to like get games to get developed on. It's because the weird cartridges were just like such a barrier to entry. You know, as opposed to the PlayStation where all their games came on CD-ROMs. When you got weird hardware you have to put a game onto it, like really limits what you can do. I don't know, this is just my guess. But yeah, the PSP was great. I used to like listen to my music on it, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 and GT were the only games I had on PSP. Yeah, I can't remember the games that I had because eventually I traded it in and all the games into EB Games because I was young and dumb and didn't understand that this was a bad idea and that one day I'd want to keep these things. But I traded it in to get, I think it was credit for the PlayStation 4. Or it was, I traded in for credit for a Wii, maybe? I don't know, but I traded it in for peanuts, like an idiot. But I think there was one game that was on there. It was like a top-down shooter, much like Helldivers 1. How that was like really like bird's eye. The left stick just swiveled you around in like a clockwise, anti-clockwise direction. It was a sick game. I really liked it. Oh, and I had Xbox. And the other game it had it was Wipeout. I was trying to think, it's like the PlayStation version of F-Zero. It's Wipeout. Which way do we need to go down here? Yeah, the Wipeout on the PSP was awesome. I love that game. That was sick. Especially because my friend had a PlayStation 2 that I used to go around to his house all the time, like later on after the Nintendo friend. And he had a PlayStation 2 and he had Wipeout on PlayStation 2 and we used to play that all the time, and that game is so good. I can't believe they don't still make it. Or if they do, I'm not aware of it. Yeah, good thing this petrol trailer that we've put here has really been a godsend. It saved us like multiple times. Probably don't need like the full amount because we're about to go to a petrol station, but I mean, there's 2,000 litres in there. Look at that. 1337. Nah. Not even planned. But yeah, I was a Nintendo guy. I grew up on a farm out in the country, and to convince my dad to buy my first Nintendo 64, I had to do weed spraying for like weeks and weeks and weeks of like spraying weeds with pesticides. I finally got it, and he played the thing just as much as I did. So he gamed me. I think part of me thinks he wanted it all along too, and he just thought, well, I can get like weeks of free work out of this kid if I if I tell him I'll buy this Nintendo. And I reckon he ended up playing Perfect Dark more than I did. Oh, we smashed that game. We played that game so much. And then I got a GameCube, which was awesome. All the games are still up there behind me. I think my Nintendo 64 is somewhere. I think it's at my dad's house in some box somewhere. And I got a Wii. Skip the Wii U, obviously, because like, and a Switch. Big Nintendo fanboy. Alright, I reckon once we stop and get these medium logs, I'm going to need to blow my nose because it's probably the last thing anyone wants to listen to me constantly sitting here sniffling. Alright, do you reckon we can make this turn? Go this way. I find it really hard to tell how bad snow's going to be. I guess that's probably the point, right? Snow's supposed to be deliberately difficult to read because it's snow. Although you'd think, you know, I guess that's the same as water, right? Like, you don't know how deep water's going to be. Medium logs, medium logs. Also, we've got... Oh, yeah, we're going the wrong way because it's actually coming out here. Okay. Alright, still works. Jesus. Minecraft, Grid Legends, Forza 4, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, that was a good game. Battlefront 2, never played Crash Team Racing. Or Thunder. No Runner, what? Need for Speed Rises, Forza. Alright. A lot of car racing games there. See a trend. Oh, actually, I was supposed to blow my nose. Hang on. You know what? I'm not very clever. But yes. Yep, hence the username. Makes sense. Yep. Got it. I'm not a smart man. Now, I don't know whether, like... I don't know whether it just looks like this truck or this particular payload bounces around a lot, or whether it really is a lot easier to tip or not. It doesn't seem to. It doesn't really seem actually tip, but like, geez, it looks like it's going to tip a lot. I think one of the very first games I remember playing was Need for Speed. All on a 500 gigabyte drive. Yeah, nice. Oh, wow. This is an early place to get stuck. Jesus. Yeah. Looks like it, huh? With so many trucks have been through this place, I'm surprised the mud's not churned up a lot. Start walking. Yeah, right? What do they say about when your car gets stuck in the snow? Don't get out of the car. The authorities will find you. That's how you die. Spamming emotes, Jesus. La la la. That's pretty funny. Hey, I've never seen that before either. You reckon this will do? Yeah, this will work. I reckon that's one of the first things this Western White Star has actually struggled with. Like, I keep calling it the Western White Star, but like it's the White Western Star. I was reading something on the SnowRunner subreddit the other day, and someone kept calling it the White Western Star, and I was like, wait, is that a different truck, or am I just reading it wrong? And it turned out I was just reading it wrong. Up out, grab the winch, tie it around. Yeah, oh yeah, use me as a winch. This thing's really struggling. They are stuck on the road. I mean, it's not as bad as, God, when was it? Towards the end of last time I played. Well, like, whatever we were doing, I just got inexplicably stuck with no load, and I worked out that, like, I would run over a sign, the sign had got stuck in the mud forward, and then my truck was just stuck on a sign in the mud. Very weird. Like you need them chain tires. Yeah, and considering how much of this is on the road, probably, if I had have thought this through, probably could have put the chain tires on. Might have been a smart idea. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Because most of this trip is on the ice road, the chain tires probably would have been good to use for this. Like, once you got out of this muddy bit, the chain tires probably would have been a good move, but oh, well, we're too late now. So if I go into the garage to change them, we lose this load now, right? Yes. So yes, you are right. Auto does have a higher top speed, but like, given how bad I am at driving on these roads, I kind of don't want a top end speed that's high. I like that high has a restricted top speed because it can only get me into so much trouble, you know? It's like the high end gearbox you made me put on the 681. It's like the amount of times I've thrown that into high gear and it's like launched me into space. Makes me think it's a little bit why you told me to do it. Thought it'd be funny to watch me launch my rocket ship into space. We weren't even in high gear then. So go figure. You know the twin steer. Yes, I have got the twin steer from Michigan. But you can't put anything on the twin steer, can you? Well, the one time I drove it back into the garage, you couldn't customize the back of it, right? So it can, I don't think it can take medium logs, can it? Really teaches you why they use helicopters for logging, yeah. Or why, you know, once upon a time they used the river for logging, right? Why bother using some big-ass truck when you can just let water do the work for you? Yeah, I did like the twin steer, like, for the 5 minutes I drove it to the garage. Because I think I originally picked it up, and I was like, I'm going to use this. Because it was nearby, I got it right at the end, and I was at the phase of, like, getting all the trailers from Island Lake and selling them. You know, like, there's the very last thing you do on a map is go around, pick up all the trailers and sell them. We'll be stuck on a rock here or something, right? And I went to go drive it to pick up some fuel trailer, and it just, like, I couldn't even attach a trailer to it. I was like, Jesus. I did that so much that I broke the gearbox and all the rear tires to the point that flames are coming in the back of my exhaust. What I really want to be able to do is get to that pole just up there. I don't reckon it's gonna... And I wonder if we get it, like, right over here. Yeah, that'll reach. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize we weren't in that. There we go. I think now we're past those rocks, we should be right too. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm surprised I hadn't already tried that, to be honest. I really probably should have been in low negative. Low minus. Like, a lot of the... Like, because I've been obsessed with this game for a little while, right? A lot of the people on the subreddit seem to really hate these logging missions. I don't really, like... I mean, they're not the best, right? They're not the coolest missions, but I like... People despise them. I don't really get... Maybe by the end of the game I'll despise them too, but like... For now, low is what I call it. And that's really true. Yeah. That's a good point. You know what? That's what I'm going to start calling it too. Low. Their hard is probably right. Are they? Or, like, do they get harder? Or am I just taking them way too... Like, am I just taking the extremely easy routes and they just seem really easy to me? Call it low, and low, high. Yeah. I feel like the construction rig missions are way harder than the logging missions. Right, let's take this nice and slow and let's not tip this shit over. I haven't seen a wolf yet, no. I mean, yeah. Although the thing is, like, I think maybe once you've done it for so many hours, you're eventually going to see it. But, like, for you guys, right? Like, when I'm playing this, all I'm, like, I can't really show you what I mean, but, like, my eyesight is almost constantly focusing on the 5 meters in front of the truck, whereas you guys have the luxury of like looking around the whole screen. So it's probably much easier for you to accidentally like catch a wolf in your peripheral, whereas I'm probably never going to see it because I'm too busy concentrating on the road. Although maybe I will. I hope so. I really want to see a real one. Why is that like that? I play first person most of the time. Oh, yeah, that'll probably help, I reckon. Oh, I feel like we know where we're going, so... I feel like, just driving down this in low is going to be better than trying to freeball it down here, right? Because at least we're controlling the speed we go down this way. I feel like I'd be more inclined to play first person if I had a steering wheel too. Whereas like with the controller, it just feels a little bit arcadey, right? So we're playing in the arcade mode. Although the few times that I have played in the first person mode, I feel very blind a lot of the time. Ah, start engine before disabling the handbrake. Okay. It's probably a good point. Probably a good point. Once we're like through this, we're probably fine to just drive normally. That particular hill back there is a nasty bit of road. All right. Superb. That was fast. Here's your pay. Was fast. Yeah, I'll take the compliment. I feel like going on neutral in that hill is like, that's like recipe for disaster kind of stuff. But 16 grand reward, that is, oof, that's a tidy little sum. Alright, so we just got to sell all these trailers. I mean, the moral of this game is leave trucks everywhere because they never know when they're going to be handy. Although with these log trailers on the back, probably not so handy, but you never know when you can use them to pull some truck out of something. Use more gas in one of the low gears than in auto or neutral. Oh, like I understand what you mean in that it probably saves gas to go down in neutral, but like someone who has the someone with my particular skill set, I feel like it's then going to take you more gas to get out of the snow that you get bogged in. you know what I mean? Where is this trailer store? Yeah, right. So I feel like if I was neutraling down a hill, I'd end up just sliding out, getting myself bogged, and then using a bunch of petrol to like get myself out of the snow. So swings and roundabouts. This the trailer store? Yeah. just gonna park you over here. Out of the way. Put this under the tires. What is that? A big stick, yeah. True. I remember reading once, some new person to SnowRunner on the subreddit asked, like, in particular boggy parts, is it worth it to, like, bring logs on the back of the truck and then put them in the snow for you to get traction in the mud? And I was like, oh, that's really clever. I probably wouldn't have thought of that. And then all of the comments underneath it were like, well, yes, it works, but like you're also incredibly likely to send your truck like flying off into space because the log will bug your truck out. Bug your truck out. I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that too. And they were just like, you're better off just to get a heavy truck and let it sink to the bottom of the mud. All right. Because although it might work, like it's very likely just to like launch your truck into space. We probably don't need to do this, huh? Where's your cat truck? Yeah, it's here. So you probably missed this, but with this mission that we just completed, it required 2 long logs, and the cat truck pulled the long logs. So the C80 pulled the C81 with long logs on it and on long logs on itself. Did it in one trip. There were some pretty dicey moments, but we did it in one go. Now we need the Pacific. Sorry, I've got to, like, trying to say long logs too fast, too many times. Long logs. Long. We got to drive this back and sell the trailer because I don't think there's a trailer store. Oh no, there's one right here. Okay. Yeah, right. There was no trailer store near here for us to buy the medium ones, but we can literally drive here and recover because we're allowed to use recovery if we're saving time driving back to the garage. Them's the rules. Brain fart moment much, yeah. I think probably less brain fart and more just trying to say long logs too many times. Long logs. We are going the right way, yeah. I have this tendency of just like, just start driving, man. You'll figure it out. And then I need to check the map, make sure I'm actually going the right way. But I was. All good. We need to recover this and put the high saddle on it. And then drive it to Mountain Valley. Mountain River. Sorry. And then we've pretty much done like 2 out of 4 of the main mission, which is pretty good progress. But, Jesus. Freak out horn. Which one are you? This one? This one. I'm pretty sure there's nothing we can actually change on this, right? Can upgrade the winch, though. Because I'm assuming this is... The advanced is the extended, but with a better motor. And this is just a really good motor, but not extended. Okay. There's one tires, one gearbox. What did we get that? Ah, that's from a lot. How have we not found that upgrade yet? There's an even better motor for this. And that's in Alaska too. Holy shit. Okay. Because... yeah, we've still got 6 upgrades to find somewhere. I mean, we've always been assuming there's one up here, right? But... oh. Middle now. Somewhere in the middle. Well, it has to be, right? Because we've either explored it with the towers or we've driven on the road, so... I reckon in between doing all the main missions and doing all of the tasks, we should probably, like, have a look around where we haven't explored, right? See where... because, like, that's how we came to the conclusion... that's how we figured out this one was here, right? Because we drove along here and we saw this road here and we were like, well, there's definitely got to be an upgrade down there, right? Betty Butter bought some butter. But she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my butter... ah, you got me. You got me. Okay. I got like halfway through it. No. 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 Must be this one. No. It must be this one. Yeah. Okay. But a bit of butter, but a bit of better butter will make it better than the bitter butter. Long logs. It's like the she sells seashells by the seashore. I was never good at that one either. She sells seashells by the seashore. Long logs, long logs, long logs, long logs, long logs. Makes me sound like I'm some kind of frog, though. Like, it's actually not that much of a tongue twister. I'm probably just, yeah, had a bit of a brain fart. But also, just saying it too fast makes me sound like I'm a frog. Long log, long log, long log, long log. Weird, right? Yeah. What a segue. Speaking of frogs. Can't wait for this one. And these like danger signs are like least impactful / most impactful thing in this entire game. Like this is the most nothing but most dangerous thing. So we'll probably go the little shortcut way again because the rig we're moving is like down to the sawmill, right? I've sold a tins, coffee tins. Always had an idea of putting a frog in one. Do frogs get high from coffee? Is that a thing? I didn't realize that happened. Oh, my hot chocolate is very not hot anymore. They absorb, yeah, so they won't be high, but they will be like absolutely buzz. Just buzzing. Just have one absolutely jacked, bro. Not like gym jacked, but like... Frog just like learns the entire French language overnight. Absolutely buzzing. So what we got to check. I'm not really sure what the deal is going to be with this mission, because it's going to be pretty much all road driving, right? So I think we need to have a look. We'll check the map and we'll see if we can identify any traps. I think it's going to be pretty mostly safe driving, right? Just going to be slow, right? I think. It's going to be very slow. Pretty sure it's down here, yeah. Probably just 2 upgrades to this truck in this place, and I haven't found either of them. Crazy. Pretty sure that thing doesn't have any petrol on it, but we'll have a quick. Pretty sure it's just repairs and tires, but some of them do. Like I know the yellow emergency one does. Okay, no. Oh well. It's worth a check. That'll do, right? That'll be close enough. Negative. All right. Up. And we are... Okay. So I think taking it through that little shortcut around that massive corner is probably a bad idea. So we should probably aim for this one. Okay. So I guess my question is, what's going to be easier? Going up this massive hill. It might be a bit slippy. Or this one and getting around this corner. So I think this will be more of a gradual hill. corner's going to be a bit rough. But either way, as a petrol station we can use. That petrol station is going to be a little bit hard to get to too. It means we're going to have to come up and around. And that's going to be awkward. Let's try this. There's decent enough trees around. I think we should be okay. Famous last words. I mean, this truck's pretty tough. But I imagine this thing's pretty heavy, so on an icy road, I don't know. Thing is long. I think we're pretty good. Those are two pretty sharp. I mean, they're not that sharp, but they're pretty sharp corners, right? Relative to each other. Now we have to go around, around, and around. A pretty strong S-bend for a very long trailer. I think we'll be alright. This thing's so huge you can't even see the massive truck behind it. I think this way might be like the obvious way to go, but it's like the trap. I think as long as we don't necessarily lose momentum. We can get to the next pole. The other thing we probably should be doing is like driving slightly in the snow too. To give us a little bit of grippy. Be careful we don't half run into a hole while doing it. Here's probably going to be a bit rough. I think this bit up here is going to be pretty tough too, because there's barriers on the side and this looks quite steep. Yeah, we didn't come anywhere near wide enough for this. It's also very possible you can't really get around this corner with this, but we're kind of past that stage now. The long way back. Hi. How's it going? Did you? Hmm? Okay. That's a bit of a better angle. We've just got to get it going now, right? See now why this is and this keeps me nice and wide. Oh, you can get around. Come on. I can literally see daylight. Yeah, I'll hold him. Alright. You have to hold down the fort with me for a second. Hey? Bye. As soon as the door closes, sprint. And he's off. All right. I think that might be like biggest hill too. It's funny that the traction doesn't work, but if you put the handbrake on, it still stops, which like doesn't make any sense. But I'm also not going to complain because it like has gotten me out of a lot of situations. I think that pretty much is the biggest hill we need to get up. It's not like we need to get through that mud of that the first rig had to get through. It should be mostly just roads from here on out. Just drive in good lines, you know? And getting stuck on small rocks. I feel like getting through that like landslide bit at the North Port near the first tunnel is going to be pretty interesting, I think. We need to get this through the petrol station too. Probably going to be a fair bit of fun. Just have to go wide AF to get this out. Yeah. Hey. Close. Imagine we got all the way here and it didn't fit under the bridge. Jesus. I might have just quit. Honestly. Might have just quit. Oh, we're just going up over the barrier. Awesome. Why not? Okay, so this might be a bit interesting. There's petrol on the way. It's not like there's a better way to do this. I really doubt going through here is going to be... Ah. It's certainly going to be easier than try. I mean, this is just going to be a bit of a pain. This isn't going to be great. I just wonder how hard this is going to be to get through. Maybe we can have a look. We're going to eyeball it. It's probably mostly whether we can get it through this gap, right? The rest of it shouldn't be too hard. Especially in mud, right? Just eyeball it and see if we think we can get it up here. There are a lot of trees cracking back there, and I kind of just don't want to look at it. I think we're okay. Alright. I think we're good now. For a little bit. Still trying to keep an eye out for these upgrades. You'd think I wouldn't think they'd be in like the middle bits because the towers would have covered most of them, right? You'd think. Obviously not all of them, but most of them. Alright, so the question is, do we really think we can get this up there? I reckon. And because it's mud, I reckon it's going to be a better path for us. So, let's do it. Let's get off these icy roads. You know, they say shortcut's never a shortcut in this game, but maybe this isn't it. I think if we keep this as straight as possible here, definitely should be okay. The only problem is really is if we like get stuck here, there's not a lot of trees. I think we're doing okay. That rock's gonna be a bit of a pain, but I think that the P16 can't handle, mate. In fact, we could probably just cut across it. But yeah. Yeah, this is a much better path to go than along the icy roads up near the other mountain entrance. Much better. The only problem this way goes, the only problem with this way is that we skip the petrol station. But honestly, I think we should be alright. I mean, it's pretty easy. We're going past a garage, so we're pretty easy to run some petrol to this if we need it. Honestly, I think we might make it. Careful how we take this a little bit, I think. Cut it too short. You know, if we're averaging sort of 10-ish litres a minute, you know, I've got like 20 minutes of driving. I think we should be able to make it to the port in like 20 minutes. Come on, man, make the turn. Good, 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 good. And there's one more snow patch. And I think the turn after the garage might be a little dicey. I think we should be okay. I wonder how many of these, more of these there are. I don't remember coming across any others. These are the only two I remember coming across, but doesn't mean they're not there. Hidden, waiting. Yeah, this bit. Be a little bit tight. But apparently we can just go over the barriers, so we're all good. As long as we can make it around the rocks, because we cannot go over the rocks. Alright, looks like we're going to slide by just. We might mark where it is exactly we need to turn off. Oh, we don't. We just keep following the road. Okay. It looks like it's mostly straightforward, right? The rest. I mean, the bridge is basically a straight. This might be a little dicey, but... Probably just go in auto, right? Probably don't need to be in high anymore. Unless we come across anything that we think might be a turning hazard. But most of it's Most of the hard parts are looking pretty straight, so it should be a pretty straight shot. I think the rocks are dick us a little bit here. Should still have enough room to realign to get in that bridge. We're here. We did it. Just gotta make sure we correctly get past the toll station. Get out of the way. You're in the way. Great, efficient and timely. Can't ask for more than that. You're goddamn right. Tuck this neatly away somewhere. I mean, the petrol's up here, but yeah, I don't want it to be in the way of the petrol. We'll park it here. Figure out what we're doing now. Pedro Bay. Hey. Done. Okay. Wonder how many of these are. If there's any more in the North Port. It's one. Okay. All right, well. Seeing as there's a garage here. Well, these three are all connected, right? Anything we're going to need to bring in, we're going to need to bring in. So it doesn't really matter which one we do because it seems like Pedro Bay is going to be pretty independent of what we do at White Valley. So maybe we'll do all the White Valley ones first. And then if it's easy to bring in things from White Valley to Pedro Bay, it's done, right? Start. Yeah. Okay. Don't know why it's not. Maybe you have to be here. Okay, let's go here. Let's get this guy. We need to sell its trailer and recover it. We'll retain it and move it to White Valley. So I reckon we probably have to physically be in the map for us to show us where all the things are. And then we'll start planning from there. Wow, that was very... that was... Oh, a lack of moment of not concentrating could have undone almost at 20 hours. Would have completely undone it. Jeez, that's all it takes. A little bit of wayward driving. Oy. I mean, we could plan to try and bring stuff from here if you could only really, like, it was more convenient to get it from here, but, like, it doesn't have the right, it doesn't have the flatbed or anything on anyway, so we need to go swap the tray out. And normally it takes us to White back. It's going to take us, don't even need to retain it. It's taking us to the right place. Okay. We need flatbed. So now will you tell us where we need to go? Okay, good. So we can get planks from there. Cement from there. Oh, great. Fuel from there. Metal beams from there. Service spare parts from there. It all needs to go here. Well, that takes 2 slots. That takes 2 slots. That takes 2 slots. So that's the only one, odd one out, and that's in the middle of nowhere. And that's just petrol. Okay. So either way, it's not like we can get a 4-slot trailer and do it with the 6, right? This is going to take 1 trip. That's going to take 1 trip. And that's, we may as well just go get that and drop it off. Because it's here, right? It's just a one-off. I guess the better question is, probably put wooden planks and fuel together. And we'll put metal beams and service spare parts together. I mean, that's already got metal beams on it, but like, it doesn't really help us. The rest of them, yeah, the rest of the trailers on this map are fuel trailers. Okay. I think we'll get a trailer. Seeing as we're driving past here. Go service spare parts, metal beams, Hold the base. Drop the trailer. Get the cement. Drop it off. Get from the drilling site. Low balancing fuel. Okay, well that doesn't really help us. Planks. Metal beams. Yeah, okay. Cool. It's a plan, Stan. Yeah, left. Yeah, okay. Go in here, here. Beams. Out. Out. Here. I wonder if there's an upgrade along this road. It's a very odd road, right? I feel like that's where they would put one. 'Cause it's just a nothing road otherwise. Up that also is the road we need to go down. Okay. Service spare parts, yep. I don't know why I always think I'm not going to be able to turn around with this trailer, but it has a pretty decent turning circle, so I don't know why I think that. We always manage to pull it off somehow. Come on, man. Everybody's watching. Come on. We're good. Yeah, that one cement really throws this whole delivery off, right? Probably could have just got there. Yeah, probably didn't need to be driving this whole way with a trailer, huh? Oh. Metal beams. On the truck. I think we haven't, yeah, we were just in auto before on that dirt road, so I think even if we need to go into low diff lock here, we should be okay. This truck hasn't disappointed me yet, or hasn't failed me yet. Stupid sexy tree. Oh, we're about to hit 20 hours too, so pretty good effort. There'll be some pretty close calls in those 20 hours, but we're getting ever closer to the first milestone, 24 hours. I think we're just about to turn off, right? The rest of the wooden planks and the fuel shouldn't be too hard either. I think the metal planks will be the metal beams will be the hardest, the heaviest cargo of the lot. This, I think. Based on my experience and no actual numbers or evidence, obviously. Oh, this looks like some real mud. Real mud. But again, I have faith in this truck. Ooh, this looks like a wacky old corner. I might try going over the top. That looks like a tip to me. Am I going a bit straighter over here, huh? There we go. Okay. Well, seeing as we have to come back here with the cement, we might actually just leave the trailer here. Right. It's the same thing either way. Have to take it out one way or the other. Where? Bam. 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 Bam bam. To go get our one cement. Jesus. I wonder if it's worth just quickly checking to see if anything else needs cement in here. You know? Because everything else is pipes and they're 2 slots, so we can't bring that back with us, but there might be something that might need cement. Concrete blocks. Oh, that requires 2. It's logs. It's 2 concrete blocks. Beams. Drilling. Oh, there is one. Oh, tubing semi-trailer. I wonder if that's the same size, but okay. To know there's still one more. Consumables, drilling equipment. Bricks. 8 bricks. Jesus. Ooh. Yeah, okay. It's probably not worth it though. Jesus, that is quite a delivery. Logs. Oil barrels. Sick. Okay, so no, there's no point in us taking one extra cement out of here. Yeesh. You can do it. There we go. I think it's down here. I'm confident it's down here. Cool. So we'll come around this way so we can get a little bit easier in front of the trailer. Now, we must be able to get wooden planks here. Why is it still saying the drilling side? Oh, because you can get fuel there, right? Okay. Maybe if we can get wooden planks here, just get them from both here. Wooden planks, sick. Okay, we don't need to go here then. Makes it much easier. Literally just right along the road. A little bit slidey there. So we'll go past here. We'll go get the fuel first. Then we'll get this. So we don't have to go any extra distance with extra cargo that is necessary. Then it is necessary. Wow. It's here, right? Yeah. Trailer. Oh no, fuel, yes. Fuel truck. Wooden planks on the trailer. Nice and light. Truck does alright. Like, you do most of this shit in, like, auto, and it doesn't really give... It doesn't even really care that much. It's logs. And wooden planks. And then another one down. Assuming I don't run this cargo off the road though, right? I think we can go that way, but that's like the real dirt pathy way. So we're just going to go around the slightly longer way, but on the main road. Seems like the smart thing to do. Bam, bam, bam. 25. The research team radioed in that everything was delivered. Thanks for your cooperation. No worries, man. Right. You know what? If we... Yeah, that is a good point I just made in my head. If we were smart, we would have taken a trailer with us. Oh, no, because we need it to do the next delivery anyway. Maybe a different trailer? Not that there are many around. Planks to the town. 3 blocks. Ah, well, we needed to go there. We can, yeah, we just go there with a trailer anyway. Okay, and then wooden planks. We just have to go there, drop it off. Ah, we can get wooden planks from literally here. Okay. Easy. So we'll just refuel up on the way past this thing. I feel like we just already know where to go. So what do you reckon is going to be heavier? Concrete blocks or the small pipes? Surely the concrete blocks, right? We'll put that on the flatbed and the pipes on the trailer. I mean, neither of those are particularly light, I don't think. The other thing is the turning around space here is not the best. We might try and turn this shit around the best we can before we put the cargo on it. Are we gonna make that? Yeah, nice. Okay. Small pipes. Concrete blocks. Cool. What do you reckon? Just driving it straight out? Across here. Well, I feel like we know we can do this pretty safely. I actually don't really remember how dangerous this road is. I feel like it could be quite slow. So let's just go over here, I think. Because we know we can do this fairly safely. Arguably, right? Famous last words, but... I guess the difference is last time we were doing it with one cement. Now we're doing it with concrete blocks and pipes. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. But I think once we get up to the top, should be all good. Let me get my through a little bit better too. Don't look like a common ancestor. No. No, that's pretty extreme. No, 20 hours of game time without an incident. Yeah. I feel like if you played this game for 20 hours without sleeping, oof, I feel like you'd be crashing a lot. What do they say? Like, driving without sleep is like almost the equivalent to drink driving. Something like that. I feel like drink driving in this game is a recipe for disaster, so... I still feel like, 20 hours without incident, that's pretty good for me, with my driving skill. Or lack thereof. Yeah, we're just gonna... We'll get the wooden planks at the end. So this one should be a nice quick mission, I think. I mean, assuming we don't screw anything up, of course. Let me just double check where I'm going. I have kind of just driven off. It kind of seems a bit even. Although this is a dirt track, I'm pretty sure this is actually all tar seal. And this little bit at the end is quite difficult. So we might actually go. Should also maybe try and get a look at this island, because there might be an upgrade here too. But that's down the road a bit, I think. We're gonna go right. Don't do work watching, so we'll don't chat. No worries. Hey, I'm a big fan. Shout out to the lurkers. Love a lurker. I myself am a big lurker. I don't think I literally chatted in a single stream until I started streaming. I was a full-time lurker. So, all good. I mean, your name is Work While Watching, so can't really begrudge you that. I honestly feel like some of the biggest difficulty on this map is like just not driving too fast on these icy roads. Like you've really just got to concentrate and not drive too fast when you feel really safe. And like that's probably where half of the issues come from. Because all I want to do is just slam this in like the highest speed and just drive. I know better. I know better. Or at least you'd think I would know better. I also feel like I might be blind by the end of Alaska because this shit bright. I'm a mechanical engineer and I got a little sick, so now I work from home and able to watch stream. Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, well, when I used to work from... I'm in between jobs at the moment, and when I used to work from home, that's exactly what I did too. And I'm also sick at the moment. I don't normally... I mean, I sound pretty nasally and annoying, but not quite this nasally and annoying. I'm like recovering from the cold this week. It's not the best. Okay, 2 wooden planks, which means we can leave this trailer here. You will turn. Leave it at the end of the road, because we're... Oh, no, we want to go up here. We'll leave it here. Try and get some correct posture here. Around this way, so we're facing the right direction. Is there any chance there's an upgrade here we've missed? Oh no, there's the watchtower boundary. It does seem like a place I'd put one though. Okay. Might actually do... Although we do have a fair few missions to, like, unlock, right? It's not like we only have to do the missions that are available to us here. Got some we need to unlock, but we're getting through these Alaska missions pretty quickly. We haven't really got stuck at all, which I'm pretty glad about. Kind of expected, like, after the start of Michigan, like every new map you go to, you're going to spend a lot of time stuck, but we really haven't. Other than when we first took the Hummer out, because, like, it didn't have any upgrades on it yet. I'm very interested to see what the next map is going to be like. Whether it's going to be pretty bad. I hope not. I mean, you can just cruise around and, like, it's obviously not easy, right? It's pretty fun where you can just cruise around. Get shit done. Not a moment too soon. It might take them a bit of time to get the water running again, but we did our part. Thank you. All good, man. All good. I'm a man of the people. Right. So that's Pedro Bay. Okay. Morrison Mining. That's Pedro Bay. Drilling equipment. Pretty sure that's just a 2-slotter, right? Our handy dandy chart. Drilling equipment is for 4 slots. Shit. Crap. So it needs to get to there. Okay. That shouldn't, though, really, this is probably the only hard part. Okay. Let's use the white Western Star. Getting it right. The white Western Star. Because we'll leave this as a flatbed, because I think this is a pretty good little flatbed run-around truck. We need to go to... I think it's Mountain River it's in, right? Yeah. Recover. We'll swap it out for a low saddle. It's got no trailer. Good. We can the rule is we can recover when what we're doing is saving time driving to the garage. That's the rule, which is what this is. Can have a low saddle on it, can't it? Yeah. Alright, so we just need to get semi, trailer, normal now should we go around? In fact, yeah, we don't need to go over here because we can just go. It's not so much petrol that I think we need to be conserving it. So we might need to see if we can find a little skip across here somewhere. Otherwise, we're just going to have to take the semi around. Honestly, this truck with, like, without the normal medium logging or the flatbed on it, it almost feels naked, right? That feels really exposed when it looks like this with this semi on it. Ooh. Okay. Yikes. Not an incident, but a yikes. Okay. We're gonna need to, when we go past the garage, stop in and repair that. So is there a little repair truck somewhere? Well, we probably could just, we'll do that. Yeah, just go to the service hub. Drop the trailer off. A nice, timely reminder to ourselves to not drive so goddamn fast. We've also got to make sure we accept that. That's about as close to an incident as we're gonna get without calling it one. That's pretty close to one, but we're not gonna consider it. We're not gonna classify that as well. It's still drivable, right? Like, it's not like we needed a truck to come and help us. If we had literally broken the truck, I think that would be different. Okay. Interesting. You reckon we should just cut across here? Yeah, God, let's do it. What could go wrong? That little side bit, it's like quite low clearance. Never realized that had that like side rail on it. I don't think that'll really hinder us here, but good to know for the future. I feel like a sideboard version of this doesn't have that. Maybe it does. Okay. Remember, we're not driving too fast. Let's put this in high. Just high gear it. That's a nice, safe high gear. At least the sun's going down a little bit, so my extremely white face won't make me look like a ghost against all of this snow. It's one plus. I might actually stop and blow my nose once we get this truck in here and repaired too. I can feel myself getting like sniffly. better. That is 100 times better. I should have done that like 20 minutes ago. Alright, we're high gearing for safety. High gears for good boys. We're also watching where we're going. I think this might be the last one that we don't have unlocked. We might have to like do all the Pedro Bay ones before we come back here and do the rest of them. It depends on what, you know, this one unlocks. Maybe it will unlock all the rest of them here. We'll wait and see. And I say this a lot, but I really love the music in this game. It's just nice and relaxing. And, you know, not like so in your face that you are constantly hearing it and like being pulled out by it, but it's just nice and cool in the background. It's good. I like it. Still no wolf sightings. Where am I going here? Left. I feel like I have like long trailer PTSD from that rig we did 20 minutes ago. I'm like, there's no way we're gonna get around that corner. Oh, actually. Really not that bad. I mean, you still could have done that corner way better, but that really wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Good, clean work. Well, clean work. Clean work. I'm impressed. Here's your pay. Cheers, man. Yes, I think I just unlocked a bunch of them, right? To the aerodrome. Which... Okay. That's a job for the, P16, I think. Pipeline facility, that's a lot of stuff. Drilling parts. That we can do. Like right now. I mean, it's off-road, but I think the White Western Star should be able to get 4 slots through that, because it's that part that's the hard part, right? But I think it should be okay. So let's do that one. And pipeline repair to Pedro Bay. Okay. We've still got a decent amount of petrol left in here, this truck, so... Let's do on a turn. Yeah. Out. In. Make sure we don't get lost in this very, very small area. You know? In the dark. With wolves around. Only this might be. Oh, actually, no, because it's not like there's a like rotating front axles on this thing. Should be able to turn this around pretty easily, really. We might even just do it here. I always forget these semi-trailers have 5 slots. I really should keep that in mind in the future. I always forget that. Probably wouldn't have helped us yet, but I feel like it might with some of the deliveries coming up. I have faith in you, White Western Star. Don't let me down. We haven't even taken out of high gear yet, so I feel like we should be able to do this. Especially if we take this kind of wide. I was gonna say, the problem is the P16's like all the way at the port, but like we can just recover it. We can just recover it to this place and just drive it. It really should be nice and quick. So that one should be pretty easy too. Although that thing is long. And there are a lot of barriered corners. Maybe it's one of those things that are just a massive trick. See. Might just try and reverse this in.
Hello.
Oh, hi. You back? How was it?
With a right scolding David that I'm not to buy the army.
Oh, really?
Like, buy any other car you want, don't buy that. Anyway,
Okay. And you're gonna follow this advice? Okay. You and I will talk about it. You are in big trouble. Nicely done, mate. The next challenge is awaiting you ready. Yeah, it's waiting already. Okay. Two different logs. I see. I see. I reckon we can do the old double trick from here to here, right? I can see why not. Anywho. Not going to do that one yet. Ah, more logs. Right. 5 slots? Look at that. Oh. So we're better off just to go back around the way, right? Take them to the aerodrome. We should be able to fill up on any... Well, at least get to mostly here, right? With the petrol. Yeah, we should have enough. Right, logging, oil barrels, accept. Okay. I'm going to tentatively say we don't need waypoints for this. Right. Try and do it. See how used to these maps I am. Thanks. Tokyo Drift. I don't really think we need to, like, worry about going across here. Who's going to drive across it? Although it's probably should be using, like, a better gear for more petrol efficiency, but... It's not like it's a very long piece of road. And we're going up here. Right. Maps. Bit. Not maps, but you know what I mean. Oil barrels. 5 of them. Cool beans. So now we're just going to high gear it safely all the way home. Wait, hang on. We turned the wrong way. No? I thought we were turning out of here. Okay, so we just go right. I mean, I knew where I was going all along. Huh? Nice and safely driving in high gear all the way back. We're getting that 24 hours. Still got some chocolate milk left too. I reckon. Speaking of doing things safely, I can grab that and take a drink while also driving. Pretty precarious. Nah, it's not doable. Or is it? Yeah. Wondering if you're better off like switching it into neutral here and letting it roll while you take a drink. And bam, back into high. We're on the road. We're also going to go up the way we came from, where instead of turning right here, letting you go left and go across that little dirt path. They crossed it pretty easily with the drilling equipment, so I don't see why we wouldn't do it with 5 of these, because that drilling equipment is always real heavy. I'm surprised there's not like a back exit to the aerodrome from the garage, to be honest, but it's probably so you don't have an easy way to get there, I guess. I love how the trucks just like appear out of the darkness. The lighting in this game is so sick. Oh yeah, we just we went the wrong way. Okay. I reckon we just cut across here. Oh yeah, 100%. Try and destroy as little property as possible. It's the price of doing business, I guess. Oh. Didn't even get an attaboy. Interesting. Must have just clicked straight through it. Okay. Alright. Fine. I don't need the validation, right? That's logging. Logging. Okay. Okay. So we're going to do the double one again, I think. So cover. We go right and left. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. It's fine. How could I possibly be lost? Although, I wonder if double do it. Yeah, I feel like doing this, double trucking this, it's not really a long enough distance to justify this, you know? It's a lot of effort to really not cover double crossing a very small amount of ground. Yeah, let's not do that. Because it really probably isn't worth it. You know, the one we did last time where we went from over two different, like, areas is probably worth it. This one, probably less so. And because it's all dirt path, it's probably getting less easy to just be pulling two different trucks, right? We might as well just go back and forward twice. Alright, so the logs are over there, so we're going to go counterclockwise. I mean, maybe we should have just got the P16 here to do this if we were going to do it back and forward, but... we're here now, with the truck and the trailer, so we're just going to do it. Jeez, these long logs really make an entrance, don't they? I genuinely feel like every time they drop those logs on my truck is going to break. Let's try and avoid that puddle. Just a bit. But basically, if we can do this, get back and be more than 50% fuel, we don't need to worry about the fuel. It'll be a good indicator about where we're at with our petrol. So although this isn't a very long stretch of road, still might take a bit of time. This up here looks pretty rubbish. That looks real rubbish. Yikes. Well, this will be a nice test for this truck, I think. We can do this. I think we should be okay, because this winch, it's a pretty decent reach on it. As long as we feel like we can get to that hole. We should be alright. The fuel front might be a little bit of a different story, but these trees are really real headache. I feel like trying to drag two trucks through there at a time might have been a bit of a problem. Who knows? Gas. Oh, right. Yeah. Gas. Wow, it's still a fair way to go, huh? We might even get the P16 through the second lot, to be honest. Might be just way more efficient to do it. This is all very heavy. Very deep mud. All progress is progress, right? I don't feel like anything we've gone past will be too fat for the P16 to get through here either. Like, it's pretty fat, but I don't think... Can't imagine we're going to have that many issues. It might have petrol problems. But it also should get through the content a lot quicker than this truck does. I wonder if it would be easier. I mean, at the very least, come out here. Oh, actually, no, I remember this crossing's pretty rubbish. And then you'd have to cut. Oh my god, we've gone the wrong way. Christ on a cracker. Okay. I mean, it's probably why it hasn't gotten any easier. All right. I mean, it's not that much. Like, it's not a huge detour. It's really just that much more. So it's not the end of the world, but probably really should have caught that. Yeah, it's too late for us to reverse all the way back. It's too late. We're committed to this now. I mean, this looks like a somewhat normal road now, right? Whew. Okay, we're moving. I mean, this is what happens when I don't check the map, you know? Really. Was a little sideways, wasn't it? We're just about out of time. We'll finish with like we got 2 minutes left before we got to stop. Looks like we need it just in time. That. See, that road sign got us again. You might not be able to see it. It's in the back, underneath the axles. It's legitimately stuck under there. Okay, try again. Try and run it over a little bit. There we go. Push it out of the way. There we go. Although that looks like it's a pretty decent road, right? So if you had have gone the right way, it might have been just as quick. Yikes. Yikers. On long logs, done. Done and dusted. And that will be us. We completed a fair bit today. Finished off Mountain River. Did a fair bit of White Valley, or whatever this place is called. I think it's White Valley. Got a lot of tasks done. Got some shit done. So it's Friday here. So yeah, it's the weekend now, but I'll be back on Monday. We will continue. We will continue working on the main missions. And yeah, I'll be back. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it as always. Back next week. Bye, everybody. Bye, 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 bye.